Hey guys, it's Ta here. Monday. It's the 12th of April. And every week I go live and I am here again. This is for me as well, the yoga to find my inner sanctuary. So welcome. Happy Monday. All right, so today, been very busy. This morning I walked the dog, Jackson, and I also gave a human design reading. So fun, an hour talking about energy, frequency, vibration. And now I'm going to do some yoga with you. So welcome. Sarah, I think you're over here too. I also have Zoom going. Wonderful, Sarah. I'm just about to start. Nice to have you here. Excellent. Good. So let's just do an all-around sort of soothing practice with a little bit of core and a little bit of hips. Yeah, let's start in child's pose. Always my go-to. Let's go for it. Come back to the back of the mat. It's a little chilly in my house, so I have my jacket on. I might take it off in a little bit. Why are we doing yoga? We're doing yoga to bring awareness, more sensitivity into our body, but most of all, just to let out that stress, we call it apana, the opposite of life force prana. We have this elimination process, and that elimination of tension, stress, anxiety, worry, doubt, all of that can leave. And what we have left is this true self, the inner sanctuary of knowing that we have all the answers, that our gut will be awakened and alive, and our instincts, and we will know, and the answers can come from within. So that's what yoga is about. Summed it up in a nutshell, right? Let's do this. All right. Supporting the head. Just come to the back of your mat. Gently let the sit bones rest on the heels. I'm supporting my head, double fists. Supporting my head right at my forehead. Option to massage even that third eye with the knuckle. And every time you breathe in, expand into the low back just a little bit more. In through the nose. Feel the ribs expand, the low back moving as it fills up like a balloon. And then let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Again, inhale nose. Let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Wow. Last one. Inhale nose. Fill it all the way up. Let it out through the mouth. Really good. And then release that support for the head, making this child's pose a little bit more dynamic by reaching the hands towards the front of the mat, hovering the elbows, vitality through those arms. If there's a yawn, let that yawn happen. I'm actually feeling it in the middle of my shoulders as I lift my elbows up and press into the palms. Yeah, natural adjustments through that mid-back, possibly. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands over to one side. Doesn't matter which side, just reaching all the way over, even taking that opposite hand and putting it on top of the palm. Good. Inhale back to center with the fingertips. And then the other side. Top of the hand on the opposite. Just exaggerates the side body, the rib cage. A little bit more tension in this shoulder. Excellent. So good. Come back to center. All right. And then into tabletop. Just seems natural. Actually, take the fingertips and bring them towards the knees to stretch out the wrists. Moving the hips back a little bit. Opening the back of the wrists. I'm dropping my chin towards my chest. Natural yawns, just let them come. Finding some roundness in my back, chin to the chest. If you're up for it, maybe there's a cow. Drop the navel down and the heart reaches forward. Exhale. Good. Couple more like that. Inhale. It's intense. If it's too intense on the wrist, just please turn your hands the other way. Quite advanced posture with exaggerating the stretch in the wrists. So take your best judgment, please. Last one. And then I know some of you may have done this with me before. We're going to massage the wrist. The knees walk towards your fingertips. Go mindfully. Set your hips back slowly. Unwind the hands. Unwind the hands. Good. And then hopefully, I'm going to come closer so you can see. It's always nice to kind of shake this up a little bit. But now take your palm and pull the fingertips back. And we're massaging right from the knuckle. Good. Knuckle, knuckle, knuckle. All the way down to the fingertip. Okay, we're going to do that with each finger, right? Let's do that again. Next finger. Good. Pulling it back. All the way back. Oh, you're so relaxing. Middle finger. Pulling that palm back. Make sure the shoulders aren't up by your ears, but they're nice and brought down the back. You can even close the eyes now that you know what to do. Putting that tone of relaxation into your mind, into your third eye. Right to the very fingertip. And then that last one, the thumb into the back of the thumb pad on the right, on my right hand. Good. Whew. Shake it out. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Pulling that back. Right at the little pinky. I'm starting on the pinky. Not to let go of that breath. Letting that breath be your guide, your go-to as you inhale nose. Exhale nose. Yeah. So relaxing. Just makes me yawn. Maybe you're yawning as well. I'm on my index finger. Good. And then the thumb. Last little bit on the thumb. So good. Definitely needed this at a busy morning. It's calming me down. Shake it out. And we'll go into cat-cow with the fingertips straight ahead. So tabletop, neutral spine, round the back, chin into the chest. And at your own speed, just back and forth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Excellent. Back to neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. Hover the knees. And so just pause there. This is a great way to pull that heat, that awareness right in through the core as you hover the knees barely off the mat. Shoot the hips back, heart forward, ribs in. It's a form of a plank or just planking. You can play side to side, alternating the hips, keeping the shoulders over the wrists. Oh, yeah. Moving into your down dog. About right now. Pressing, bent knees. Shake out the head. Down through the heels. All right. Feels like I'm ready to take off my sweat jacket. So starting with bent knees in your down dog. Bent knees, sit bones high, hip creases high. Push into the hands, straighten out the arms, and shake out the head up just a bit. Okay, and then tippy toes, straight legs, hollow out the navel, go a little taller, a little higher into the hips, and then sink down the heels. Then you can alternate heels to the right, come back to center, heels to the left, Egyptian down dog. Just a little playtime with your swivel of your feet into your hips. Your own timing, back and forth. So good. I'm just lingering on different lines, noticing my top. If I'm over to my heels are over to the right, I'm noticing that left hip a little bit, ribs in, push into the upper body. Last one. And then just walk up to the front when you're finished. Just feet walking slowly up to the front of your mat. Good. Little tippy toe walk, walk. Different for everybody. Keeping your head down, possibly keeping the heels high. Heels drop, bend the knees, grab the elbows, and just let the torso, feet a little bit wide, so you have that freedom to rock your torso a little bit. It's okay to keep the knees bent, let the torso just rock side to side. Cool. And then just roll yourself up. Nice and slow. Bent knees, roll. Shake it out. Really good. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt now. Hopefully you're doing well. I'll walk about. Make sure you have some water. And then we're going to rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's do some side bending first. Inhale, scoop up the arms. Right hand, left wrist. Up and over to the right side. One of my favorites. It's hard to get this. You have to consciously engage into that side body to get this. Inhale, come back to center. Switch sides. Good. Come back to center. Exhale. Take the hands behind you. Interlace. Push the fists down. Let the hips come forward. Oh, yeah. You can feel it in your chest, clavicles, looking up, pushing hips forward. Nice. Bring the hips back. Take a breath. Use that exhale, forward fold. Nothing like opening the shoulders, especially at the beginning. We'll take another 4 breaths.
All right, last breath. Good. Take the hands to the low back. Give that back a pound. Starting to really get into the body now. I can feel it. A little bit more calm in my mind, hopefully in your mind as well. Just keep the breath flowing. Beautiful. Take the feet a little closer since they were wide. Open up the heart, halfway lift, walking the hands up underneath the kneecaps helps. Because then there's all this space. Lower belly to lift, ribs in, heart forward, and then pull back in. We'll do that a couple times. Halfway lift. Inhale, push up and out. Suction in that navel, roll the shoulders wide onto the upper back. Press into the feet evenly. Your own rhythm. New breath. Inhale to come back out again. Last one. Exhale. Nice. Plant the hands. Step back. High plank. Low push-up. I'm going to bring my knees down for this first one. Circle my ankles. I always feel like my ankles are so stiff. Nice way to just kind of make sure that they have some mobility. Notice the shoulders right over the wrists. Keep that. You're holding your plank. And then slow push-up. Exhale. I want to come back up just to warm up my shoulders. So you can do that a couple times or just meet me in up dog. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Oh, geez. Good. Getting better. You got to practice to get that. If you're on 5, just be gentle and easy on yourself. No big deal. It takes time. Exhale for a low push-up. Drop the toes. Stay in low cobra. Again, you're along for the ride. This is Ta's practice. Hopefully you're feeling it. Good. Belly. So notice the draping of the belly forward. Toes together, ankles together. You're firming up the side IT band inward. Over the hands. Locust. Great way to heat up the body. Just hover the hands, hover the toes. Pull the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers above you and then continue to lift. Release the arms to airplane wings. Right off the shoulders. And then forward, grab the thumbs, lift. Oh, and then let it go. Arms by your sides. Turn the head to one side. Just rest. Rest your whole body. Let it go. Ear right to the mat. Take an inhale. And let it all go. Let it out through the mouth. And then again, inhale nose. Let it all out through the mouth. Exhale. Good. Bend the knees. Hands underneath the shoulders. Just spread that belly again. And then this time, reach back for the ankles. And let your whole upper body lift a little bit by bringing the toes towards the back of the mat. So you're not lifting up as much as you're lifting away from the front. It's bow. A little different though. You're just kicking away from you, heels away. Nice. Release. Hands underneath the shoulders. Use that exhale. Come up to up dog. Go through tabletop, first one, into down dog. All right, we're back at down dog. Hold for 5 breaths. That's 2. 3. 'Feels so relaxing. 4. 5. Peek towards the front. Either hop or step up. I'm just going to step up. Both legs. Halfway lift. Exhale to pull back in. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back to come up. Exhale, hands at your heart. All right. Let's do that again. Sit low into chair this time. Scoop up the arms. Inhale. Exhale, move through center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. A few salute to the suns. Exhale, either hop or step back to high plank. Possibly straight leg chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, slide through for your up dog. Exhale, straight legs down dog. Good. Hold again for 5. That's 3. 4. 5. Good. Stepping up, opposite foot. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sit low into chair. Pause in your chair just for a breath or 2. Great. Come to stand. Exhale, hands at your heart. So one more just like that. Sit low. Inhale, scoop up the arms. Exhale, dive forward. You can feel your body starting to heat up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, opposite foot. New breath, slide through for up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back into down dog. You can shake it up a little bit. Once you catch your breath here, take the left hand and reach for the right ankle. That's it. All in and out through the nose. And also, if it feels like the knee on that left leg wants to soften a little bit, let that happen. Not necessarily needing to force that straight leg. You can do a little bit of both, actually. Straight and bend. Gently release to switch sides, right hand, left ankle. That right hand was holding the weight, so make sure not to do that on the left side, but to pull back a little bit more into the legs as you twist, keeping the back body active as well. More balanced into the whole posture. Excellent. Gently release that left hand or right hand to the mat. And then hop up. I'm going to hop up this time. So it's a little bend in the knees. Peek in between your thumbs. Inhale. Core strength. Ribs in. Hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to pull back in. Sit low into chair. Hover there into your chair. In fact, I'm going to come a little closer. You're fine. Just going to come a little closer. Sitting back into the hip creases. Ribs in. Hover into that shoulder area. Take a breath. Exhale, arm to the right. Come back to center. Arm to the left. Yeah, that's it. Come back to center. And again. With breath. Lots of clearing for me in my sinuses. It's a good thing. Last one. Oh, wow. Good. Sit low. And all the way up again. Into standing, reaching up and back. I'm taking my feet a little farther apart. I feel more secure, especially when I'm going into a back bending. Firming up the lower body, even out the weight in the feet. Hips forward, heart lifts. Drop back. Good. Come up to center. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, take your breath. And all the way over, forward fold. Some movements into the shoulders. A couple deep sighs. I'm enjoying this into the hips. I'm alternating the knees as well. Putting the weight into the right foot, into the left foot, which naturally helps move that upper body as well. Make sure the tracking of the knees straight ahead. And then gently release the hands. Make sure you're at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and step back, move through flow again. I'm coming to my mat again. High plank. Actually play with high plank to down dog just for a few moments, especially after that intense forward fold. Engaging the hip creases back into their sockets and hold your high plank. Oh yeah, we haven't done this in a while, or I haven't. You may have if you're doing your practice regularly. But side plank. Let's take that right hand down and left arm up and just kind of balance. If that feels like it's too much, you can plant your right knee and do modified side plank. Okay, we're going to hold, stacking the feet. And another trick also is you can plant that top foot in front of the bottom foot. Still with me? Hold. Long torso. Good. Come back to plank. Take a moment to recover. Down dog is fine. Child's pose is fine as well. Just a breath or two in between. Come back to high plank. Center that left hand, stack the feet. Come into side plank on that left side. It's constant flux. One side may be easier than the other. A little more challenging on this left side. Micro bend in that left elbow. You don't want to hyperextend it. Good. High to low push up to transition. Arm strength today. Wow.
Let's linger. If it feels right for you, linger in your up dog. Come back to center. And then switch sides. Looking over each shoulder. Know that this is your practice. Do what feels right for you. Tabletop feels correct. Down dog feels correct. I know if you have just started your yoga practice, the wrists and shoulders get fatigued. That's the first thing. So always honor your body and take a break. Take a break in your child's pose, maybe puppy pose. In fact, let's do that for everybody, for all of us. Knees down, puppy pose. Walk the hands forward. Drop into the forehead. Stretch out the arms. Because that was a lot in that side plank, wasn't it? Especially if you're just starting your practice, all levels. Hover that right hand up towards the ceiling and then curl, thread the needle, bring it underneath and give yourself a twist. Bend that top arm, which is my left arm. Left arm can come up and around the back, opening into that left shoulder. Feels amazing, just embracing being in the body with the breath, trusting that you're in the right place, doing the right thing, connecting to your inner landscape, being present, giving yourself the present of being present. Love it. Top arm comes out, unwind, exhale. Go back to that center place, that alignment with both fingers towards the front of the mat. Drop the forehead, ribs in, long spine. And switch. Left arm hovers, curl underneath. Open it up. Top arm up and around. Bringing that right arm up and around. Being gentle. Twists are meant to be gentle and sweet, not to overdo it, not to twist so hard. Just let that natural momentum of the shoulder, firming up the knees evenly. Bring that top arm out. Use it for support as you come out. Exhale to unwind. Yay. Whew. So opportunity here to do a couple things. I find that this is where you need to intuit what's good for you. So I want to give you options though. There's this round barrel roll, which I feel like I want right now. And you can even bend barrel, or you can just play with that cat-cow, rounding it, round, chin in, and then drop. Or this movement. I know these are options, but you can do all of it. Do a little bit of all of it. This rolling forward, moving back. And then there's that circle. So just close your eyes and see if you can find some of these dance-like modern movements for your spinal column. And sense your hips, your belly, your ribs, your head. Just all of these organic, fluid movements with your spine. Giving it some flexibility, some mobility. If you did the barrel roll, make sure you go the other direction. Yeah, that goes for anything that was spiraling. You want to make sure you do both directions. All right, plenty. Good. So if your wrists are okay,
I know some of that massage that we did at the beginning, you might want to pause the recording if you're watching the replay, and just give yourself a little love on your wrists. Because we're going into one-legged down dog. Take that right leg high. Let's do the right leg first. And bend the knee. Oh, some cracks and pops. Kick it to the side. Bent. Just some exploration. Again, I love this sort of way to practice. Letting that right leg have a mind of its own. Feels about ready. Just go straight up and hover and hold. Right hip drops. Hold that one-legged down dog. Upper body nice and even. And then stack it. Open it wide, that right hip. Instead of that square hip, you're going to have this wide open space leading through the ball of the foot. Oh, so good. Left heel's heavy. Lots of space. All right, we're just switching sides. In fact, we're going to switch sides after we take a rest. Come into a wide knee child's pose. Just 2 or 3 breaths, deep sighs. No reason to rush on to the next. Just absorb, honor, relax, be heavy. Oh, maybe there's some sounds like you can't believe that you're finally giving yourself a moment. You're like, I need this. I need this time to come back to myself. Inhale, nose. Let it go, exhale. Great. Good. So good. All right, so then we have one-legged down dog on the other side. Start in tabletop. Can start in that plank. Come back into down dog. Toes together. Left leg goes up. Bend the knee. Give it some movement, some play as you kick to the side. Moving meditation. With breath. No rules. What does it feel like your body wants, and how is it expressing itself? Okay, and then one-legged down dog, nice and linear. Completely different. Ribs in, even out the arms, shoulders broad. Square hips, meaning left hip drops. Keep the hip in the socket, not to like float it way out there. You want to pull it in and drop it down. Hollow out the navel and then kick it higher. Hopefully you were following along with that. Right hamstring's a little bit on fire. Good, now stack that hip up above. Let it lift a little higher. Still activating that left glute. You're in for a treat because we're going to step up now. Step up with that left leg. So good, yeah. Wow. Step. Drop that right knee and give it some movement. Oh my goodness. Bend into lunge and then pull it back. Just kind of, it takes time, especially on an older body. My body is a little older than 20, so I have a different way of practicing. So you're along for that practice with me. Straighten out through the back leg. Turn into that twist. Left my thumb right into that left hip crease. As I bend forward, I'm dropping that hip crease down and back. What does that do? That opens this low belly for me. Now there's all this space to turn into this belly, which actually helps open this left glute. All of it's related. Spread out the front toe. Make sure you're pushing into that toe mound, heel, and stretch, stretch. Strengthen, stretch. Good. All right, so feeling the urge to bring that hand down, take this right foot and lift it up. I know we haven't done a lot of hips, but this is feeling good to me. Hopefully it feels good to you. A little bit of standing split. Lift that right leg high. Just be patient with yourself. See if you can find different lines in that standing leg. And eventually you'll be able to release your hands around that calf. Take a break when you need to. Go ahead and rest. Again, this is my practice. And we call it practice for a reason. Because it's just practice. Oh my gosh. Good. All right. Drop that back foot down. Step back. Flow through whatever flow you want for me. Knees drop. Push up. Lingering up dog. Oh my gosh, that made me nauseous a little bit. It's a good sign. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. All right, ready for the right leg now? Step up. Right foot, we already did that one-legged down dog stuff. Step forward, drop that back knee. Hands on the inside. And then movement. So good. Feeling a little bit of joy. Joy that I'm doing yoga with you guys. I love it. Sarah's here. I know that she's doing it with me. Thank you. Just feeling gratitude and appreciation. Got to find those points in the day where you're able to amp up that appreciation, ramp it up. We call it a rampage of appreciation. And then your frequency goes high as well. Not to underestimate those little things. Okay, so we're adding a twist. Right hand on the knee. Straighten out that back leg. Just that right hip, pull it back and down. Belly in, lower belly turns, and reach. Psyching up that front leg. Remember, that front leg is going to be your pedestal. Right hand comes down, tap that left foot towards you. You might need blocks. You can put blocks underneath your hands. I didn't say that on the other side. Floating up to standing split. Left leg comes up. Sometimes it's nice to engage a little roundness in the back so you know that you have your moolah. Hollow out the belly. See all this space? Lower belly's lifting if you can. Hollow and lifted. That's what brings you your power. Doesn't matter how high that left leg goes. It doesn't have to go that high. Just focus on that standing leg, letting it be powerful. Oh yeah. So good. Come through your flow, whatever flow is for you, right for you. Little play, little movement, little rock. What works for you? That's why yoga's so unique, customized for you. All right, I feel like we need to walk around a little bit. Take a little walk up, hands and feet. Roll up. Pause halfway. And stand. So good. I'm going to go grab
I drink of water. Wow, we have about 15 minutes, Sarah. Love it. You still with me? Let's see. Oh, I lost you. Shoot. Maybe you're watching. Good. All right. Last 15 minutes, you guys. Scoop up the arms. We'll go down to the floor. Exhale.
It's the good thing about having recordings. I can send that recording to you. Halfway lift. Move through. And we're going to come right to the belly again like we started. Exhale. Good. Pause in that belly Shavasana. Let your hips rock a bit. You can bend the knees and let the feet rock from one side to the other. So good. And we'll go back into that bow that we did at the beginning of class. Draping the belly forward and reaching for the ankles. Good. Take a breath. Exhale to lift that up. Beautiful. Turn your head the other way. Release your arms down by your sides. Give it a little rock. Inhale, nose. Let it out through the mouth. Turn the head the other way. Make sure you do the other ear. Inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Exhale. So good. And then one more bow. Bending the knees. Draping the belly forward. Grabbing the ankles. Take a breath. Exhale to lift that up. Awesome. Gently come out, hands by your sides, and counter stretch that. Lifting up and back to child's pose. Support your head, double fists, couple deep sighs. Any sounds, let them come out, especially on that deep, long exhale. Let's do that together. Inhale. Nice sound. Exhale. Right into the body. Ooh. Good. And then let's turn on to our back. Okay. Knees go to one side. Go ahead and roll down. Take the feet right to the front of the mat. In fact, before we go rolling down, reverse plank. There's two options. You could do a reverse tabletop, which is this, lifting the hips high, lifting up. Or try with the legs straight, reverse plank. Inhale, little bend, little open in the clavicles. Engage the moolah, so that means that suction in and up to the clavicles. And exhale to lift. Nice. Come on down. Heart lifts, arms lift. Forward fold. Exhale. Good. Inhale, halfway lift.
Exhale gently and slowly with your heels on the mat. Roll yourself all the way down. Nice and slow. Good. Once you're almost a touch with your upper back, you can hover the heels. Hover, hover. That's it. And let it go. Reaching up above you. Moving down so I have room for my fingertips. And try right toe, right fingers. Left toe, left fingers. And again, one more. Right toes, right fingers. Left toes, left fingers. Good. Arms down by your sides. Bend the knee, one knee at a time. Safer for the back. One knee to your chest, other knee to your chest. And just rock, soothe the low back. Nice. And then adding a twist. Arms out by your sides. Drop your knees to the right. Look to the left. Come back to center. And switch. Jackson knows we're winding down. And to the other side. Make sure you're looking the opposite direction. Shoulders nice and flush if possible. If there's anything that's needing support, you can always put a block. So sometimes a block underneath this opposite shoulder or a block in between your thighs, helpful. Come back to center. Circle it out again. Maybe there's plow, which is going up and over. You feel like your toes can come over as long as your neck is okay. Tops of the feet, arms out behind you. Such a great stretch for the back, as long as the neck is healthy. And then you're possibly supporting the upper back. One leg comes up. Another leg comes up. Shoulders down. Gaze towards your toes. Like a rocket ship, shooting straight up to the ceiling. Weight into the elbows, little space off the chin, off the chest. More weight into the elbows than you think. Not all into the back of the neck. Excellent. Knees can come down. Gently soften. Possibly bringing the knees around your head. Pinched ear pose, this is called. Again, this may not be right for you, so please come out or stay on your back. When you're ready to come out, a little bit of support. Actually, I'm going to reach for my toes. I tend to like this with a little bit of support on the tops of my feet. As I roll down, I look up, look up, look up towards the toes. And then you have that massage, that inner massage of your lower belly, low back. Switch directions.
All right, plenty. Any last posture that you need? Maybe it's a rocking the knees from side to side. That feels good. Letting them fall right where they go. It's like gravity helps you. Amazing. Everything's adjusting, creating space, creating length. All right. Make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. You can use support under your knees. You can also do broken bridge, knees together, feet apart. What works for you? Long neck, chin to the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the nape of the neck. Drop the chin towards the chest. Let it go, back down. Arms down by your sides. Couple deep sighs. Letting your hands relax, your face and your jaw soften and relax. Beautiful thing of being in your own space, so you can stay here in this restorative posture as long as you like. And taking your time when you do decide to come out of this posture, taking your time through tiny movements, tiny sensations into your fingers, into your toes, letting your knees come up one at a time as you circle. Couple sighs. Keeping that relaxation, that zen, that quiet space as you roll to one side, heavy in the body. And that top hand, use it for your support. It's your support. Head is relaxed. Chin is on the chest. Until you make it into that meditative posture. You're seated. Torso's tall. Chin is slightly dropped. One last breath together, in through the nose. And let it out through the mouth. Exhale. All right. Oh my gosh. Hands to your heart. Honoring the work that you just did. Namaste. Thanks for joining in on this Monday class. Watching the replay or practicing with me. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.